Welcome back, folks. Nash Taters here. Today, we journey back into the wonderful world of Final Fantasy. We're playing War of the Visions, and I realized that my units are gonna take a long time to get to max on many of them. I used a lot of my resources, if not all my resources, during the Final Fantasy Tactics collaboration. So, and unfortunately, I still weren't able to finish Ramza, but I did end up finishing Orlando. But I really realized that I'm really behind, even compared to maybe some full free to play accounts, that I'm unable to really kind of progress with some of my characters on terms of limit breaking. And as you guys know, you only get 10 hard quests per day, meaning you can only farm 2 UR units shards per day. And seemingly the shops are very stingy nowadays in trying to pop up with shards of units that are UR that I'm trying to obtain. So today I'm going to try something out. And many of you probably already done this, but today I'm going to spend a good amount of gold to see if I can get a good amount of units. And I'm going to keep track of it simply by recording the number of UR units I obtain and see if it's really worth it. Okay, so as you can see, I have 80 million. I did some farming this weekend, and what I plan on doing is spend 20 million. So that means I'm going to do 20 limited summons, normal summons, and therefore it's going to give me 200 chances at UR unit shards. All right, without further ado, let's give it a shot. All right, our first 10 pull here. There's really nothing to really comment on, and as I demonstrated in my other summon video, looking at the book cover, it's not really that good idea to dictate what you're gonna get, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and skip and see if we got any UR. I don't think we got any. Oh, we did. We got 1 UR unit, so I'm gonna write that down. 1 UR units. All right, we got 1. And it looks like this is a that's a U. No, I don't think that's UR. I think that's a MR. So we did get a couple of awakening materials. Oh man, I don't know why I did that, but so let's do summon number 2. All right, so this is for sure guaranteed that we're gonna get UR, right? Yep. Wait. No, we didn't. So we just end up getting. Oh, okay, I see how that works. So we didn't get any. I did get a murmur, which I need grace. And I get a Ramada, so that's not too bad. Summon again. So summon number 3 coming. So far 1 UR unit. And none here again. So summon number 4. So as you can see, you get actually good amount of awakening material. Ah, look at that. We got 1. So that was summon number 4. Wait, no. Yeah, that was summon number 4 because I have 76. All right, summoner number 5. Or summons number 5. Here we go. So 2 UR units so far. Shards of UR units, of course. And nothing. But I did get Phoebe, so that's good. All right, summon number 6. 10 shot 6. It seems like in every pull, you're guaranteed awakening materials. You look at that. You keep getting these. You keep getting these awakening prisms, which is great. And this one, I didn't even get a shard. So 7. Let's do 7. Number 7. So far, the odds are not looking too great, is it? No, it's not, but I did get a crappy sphere. Number 8. And the reason I'm doing this is so that perhaps you can take this as a small sample to support whether or not you think you want to do this. Ah, but we did kind of sort of hit the jackpot on this one, didn't we? We got Miranda, which by the way, she is my new toy. I did get her, my new waifu, I guess. I shouldn't use the word toy perhaps, but I can show you briefly what my monster box looks like later. All right, so we're on to summon number 9, and we so far got 4 UR shards. And nothing here. All right, moving along. Summon number 10. So here's the thing, right? You can farm to your greatest heart intent with gold, especially on Saturdays and Sundays, right? We talked about that in my videos. And oh look, you can get spheres straight up, I guess. Here comes 11, and the only thing that's going to be limiting you is your energy, which I suggest that you're going to blow all your energy on Saturdays and Sundays anyways farming those. I believe this is a little Leela. I'm actually thinking about her. She looks pretty good, actually. I'm not sure if she actually is good at what she does, but I'm pretty sure she has her uses. But unfortunately, she is a dark unit. So we're on to 12 here. And we got nothing. So that was 12. So this is 13. And so, like I said, you're going to be farming gold anyways. And my suggestion is spend gold on obviously shops and obviously leveling up your skills. But you're all going to get to the point of what I like to call the comfort zone, meaning that you can only work on so much on the units that you're building, right? Because you're limited based on cat yarns and rainbow rocks. So, this is Grace? Yes. I'm always hoping for Graces. So this is going to be summon 15. And so since you're limited on certain unit building materials, you can't always just simply start, cranking out units. So chances are you're going to have a lot of gold laying around if you keep maintaining every weekend just farming gold. Because you can spend the other duration of your time farming for the events. So I'm getting a steady amount of awakening materials and MRSR unit shards, it seems like. Which I still feel like that's worth it, because remember, you're restricted on the number of shards you can farm per day, period. Like, you know what I mean? And instead of spending gems, this is a really solid way to farm shards of units. I don't understand. I know Mont is a free character. Oh, look, we got a Vow of Love. Why did they make him into the cheapest soul? Like, he's an MR character. I guess they dubbed him as a... Alright, I get it. Alright, we got 2 more summons left, and we're looking at 4 UR units. Shards. Last one, folks. Last one. We did get a lot of vision card shards, too, though. Can we just get one more to make it an even number? No, we did not. So, what does this show us? It's a tiny sample, I understand, but we got 4 shards of UR characters. So that means it's 1 out of 5, 20% chance. But I'm pretty sure if you did billions of it, then you can actually get the true numbers. Or you simply look at the drop rates, right? So it looks like it's 34% for UR, which is not true, at least according to my sample size. And then if you look at it, 15% is MR, 30%. This doesn't make any sense. I'm not really sure this is legit. This for sure is gonna make sense, 4%. I don't know, man. I don't really understand these numbers. It doesn't compute. But I don't have any tickets. But so this video is really designed for folks that are doing the dedications of gold farming. You have extra gold to spare, and I only did this video because I felt like I wanted to farm some extra gold just to make this video to show people that you can farm for your UR shards other than simply relying on buying them with your jams and of course farming the nodes. Now, actually, let me redo this real quick. Let's just do level because that's what I'm doing. And you want to do descending. Okay, descending. So as you can see, my main team that I use for arena is going to be Orlando, Ramza, and Mon as of now. I'm working on Mandiana to get her higher, and I'm working on my favorite character of the game, Yerma, to get her higher. I feel like she's really good at countering a lot of different units in this game simply because she can hit you from a distance, and she hits really, really hard. I also learned the hard way in both on my main account, on my baby account, that this person, which I said is really good, he can dish out some crazy damage. I went in during one of my arenas last week. He literally killed both my Ramza and my Orlando at the same time with his AOE skill, and it did so much damage. My jaw just dropped. So I think even though he's an MR unit, he hits like he's a UR unit for sure. So if you have him, definitely get him all the way to 99 and use him anywhere you can. This way, it really saves you a lot of materials to try to build Stern if you have him. Now I do have Stern. This is actually the first character I pulled in this game. I'm just farming his shards. I'm holding off on building him for a couple of reasons. Eventually he will be 99. His Trustmaster isn't impressive, so I'm not in a rush. I think I'm leaning towards Gafgarion to be my dark damager, and then I think I'm gonna lean. Since I already have Ramza, I can actually just use him as my chainer for now, and slowly build my Shadow Links as my other chainer, and then combined they can do a lot of damage, like a lot of 3-hit chains. Unfortunately, obviously they're light and dark, so you're gonna have to still supplement with another unit to do the what's it, three-hit chain combos, like the one they did one of the quests that we were required to accomplish. I think it's the EX quests. But for me, I just did it with Ramza, and then I did it with a light unit to do some light damage. But as you can see, my box isn't actually that impressive. I did get Miranda on my 10x pull, the free one. Since she is my main water unit damager, I think I am going to build her. I tend to always work on my job skills really fast. Like, my theory is always work on your job skills more so, because they boost your stats a lot. Like, I'm really close to finishing Orlando Samurai. We talked about how these memories are really obnoxious to farm. I try to farm this every single day. And Mont, it's done on Lord. I really want to finish Paladin since I'm using him as a tank right now. But like I said, man, these memories things are just, they're elusive. They're very elusive. And I got everyone else to where they need to be. I always try to max out the jobs as high as it can humanly go. And right now I'm working on Gafgarion. Like I said, I already did Mediana fully awakened. I just need to continuously farm her. As you can see, she's fairly close. So hopefully in a couple of weeks or so, I can get her to 89. My next project, obviously, is going to be Yerma. I'm actually waiting to get 5 more of these, and then I think, let's see, what is that? I need 4 more of these, and then I can just go ahead and directly take her to 79. And I'm still gathering shards of her. And then, of course, I'm working on Gafgarion with my extra. As soon as I can obtain more for Yerma, I'm going to get him to 99 and just kind of have my solid team of him, her. And Grace is, unfortunately, my support because I don't have Yayika. I think I may pull the trigger and spend some money on this game. I think I spent a few bucks here and there, right? So this is not a free-to-play account. This is why I don't showcase account that often, because my main goal on this channel is really to showcase a full free-to-play account and the things that you're capable of doing. So unfortunately on this account, I'm trying to really get Grace to be my main supporting unit. I think getting her to 79 is also a really good idea because she's going to help me clear out a lot of the content. But I think if I do buy a package, it's going to be the package which allows you to pick a unit. And that package, I'm going to show you real quick, is this package here. You have a one UR selectable thing. Obviously, I'm going to pick Aya. Federica I already have on my free-to-play account, so I can build her and feature her later on. Keaton, I love ninjas. In this game, it's definitely my favorite job in this whole game is ninjas. But I just feel like ninjas are just, I don't know. They're just like, like I said, I have my feelings that they're too fast. They're too they move too far. And I think if you dedicate an entire team of utilizing speed on your entire team, then it makes more sense. But simply having one Keto on your team, it doesn't have good synergy, right? Clearly, I have the other units already, so $80, maybe I'll do it. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but this is how they get you. This is how they get you to spend money. But like I said, this game is pretty expensive. So right now I'm not really like diving into the game in that sense. I feel like I'm pretty comfortable with my roster right now. Once I get these 3 units, these 4 units, I suppose, all up to like maybe this 79 to 99 range, whatever. There's not much content that I shouldn't be able to clear safely and still enjoy it. Some other units I have, I do farm. Actually, I do farm Gilgamesh every single day, because you can only farm 1 shard of him every day. That's why I was kind of happy that I actually got a shard of him in the normal summon we just did, right? So that's another day knocked off. And of course, I always talk about Ziza having the best Trust Master in my opinion, because it has accuracy and agility, and it throws in some extra defense, and on top of it, it has a skill that you can activate. So it's pretty solid. Again, I farm her every single day. I buy her shards in the shops, because eventually I do want her to be giving us, the team, her Trust Master. And of course, we talk about Miranda. I think a lot of people knock on her. Meshuri is actually really good. Don't knock on her. If you pull her and you have the resource to build her, I suggest doing so. She's a really, really good supporting unit. In hindsight, I was thinking maybe I should do her, but because Grace is MR, and I just felt like, doing Graces, I think for me, is more beneficial at this time. But if I had the materials, I would definitely build her. And I have both the kings representing the 2 kingdoms, and they're both really good. I've gone up against them in arena with their like 79, 89, 99, and they are really strong. They hit pretty hard, and they're fairly tanky too. They can absorb some hits. So they're don't like I said, tier lists, total bogus a lot of times, just people's opinions. Experience them yourself. Go out there and fight these units, right? Fight against them, and you will know how good these units are, because once they kick your ass, you're like, oh shit, that unit's fucking good. And instead of just listening to people's rambling on about their tier lists, here's the thing. I don't want to make this a ranting video, but here's the actual fact. Unless you physically own every single unit in this game, in my opinion, how can you sit there and tell us that what unit is better than another unit, right? If you think about it. Unless you physically tested out your units, it's synergized with other units, and you own every single unit, which I think is impossible to do so, unless you spend maybe like 50, 100K real cash. Then you can sit there and tell everybody, this is what I think a tier list would be. Until then, there is no hard data out there to suggest that someone can own every single unit in the game and max them all out and utilize them all in arena and PvP and all these different things and tell us what a definitive tier list is, right? End of the day, all we can do is take the words of people who own specific units and the fact that they're doing reviews and they're actually showcasing them at max potential. Yes, then I feel like they can actually give solid input to us how good that unit can be. Until then, in my opinion, I still say don't fully trust tier lists. Use your judgments. Clearly, you can see all the stats on all these characters on ultimate.jp. Go to that website. It lists all the skills, all the stats, everything on those units. And, read them yourself. And, when you play the game long enough and you experience combat and PvP and arena, whatever, you're going to realize what's good and what's not in terms of what suits your play and what suits your team. So, like I said, I'm not trying to rant, but I strongly feel like tier listing is just what it is, just people making content. I will never make tier list videos, ever. I will only suggest if I think a unit is good or not. And probably going to be based off of the idea that I watch other people's video showcasing a level 99 unit, or I actually have a level 99 unit and I play around with that character a lot to kind of give you my reason if this unit is good or not. Like Orlando, yes, he's pretty good. Do I think he's the best in terms of damage? Only if you build him to be. But his weakness is he also takes a large amount of damage if you go full damage, and he will die pretty quickly, as it was demonstrated, as I learned actually the hard way, that this MR one shot in my Orlando, and and at that time I realized, because I had him on full damage. So now my build is I'm making him more of a semi tank, and so that with these three characters I can sort of just like tank my way through. And there's been many battles where all three characters are on like thin ice of life, and they were able to win the battle because of the fact that I built them to have more HP and defense. So do what works best for you. Play the game how you want to play, right? I can't emphasize that enough. But I think I rambled on quite a bit. Overall, I feel like it is definitely worth it if you have the goal to do the summons, because as you saw, you can get a lot of shards of your MRs and your SRs, and that's going to progress your account quite nicely. So hopefully this video helped people thinking about if they're going to do that or not. And for those already doing it, you probably already learned that it is worth it. So thank you for watching my video. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and until next time, take care of yourself and your family. Nash Taters out.